Before we get into today's episode, I'd like to just thank you guys for all of the support you've given the podcast, all of the support you've given me. Check us out on Instagram if you want, Wax On, Wax Off Podcast on Instagram. All of your support is really appreciated. Wouldn't be here. This podcast wouldn't be here if it weren't for you. Also, if you could just share it with like 2 or 3 people that you can think of that would enjoy this, because my goal is one day this podcast is all over the world and we are all growing, we are all learning, and we are making a better earth. Pretty simple. Just send it to 2 people. It'll change their world. It'll change your world. Thank you so much. Alrighty, let's get into today's episode. I kind of wanted to start the podcast by thanking you for helping me find confidence in my own skin, literally. I never wanted to be consistent with any skin regimen until I found your products, because they're products that actually work. So thank you for that, and thank you for helping me feel good in my own skin.
Of course, Solomon. It's like skin is about like to find the right thing, the products and regimen. And like I said before, when you find a good thing is work for you, like really skin, life, fitness, food, diet, supplement, even path of life, even changing. Mm-hmm. And you feel it, this is like, you start seeing the different, mm-hmm. to stick by it is the sky's the limit. You can reach everything from biological to mentally to everything else.
100%. I agree. I really want to hear your story, because you're like the ultimate example of the American dream, right? You came over to America, you started your own business, and you succeeded like massively. So I want to hear, like, what is your story and how did you get to where you are today?
So first of all, to start with like my life in the very beginning, and that kind of pushed me very, very strongly. I grew like with young girl. My father passed away when I was 8 years old. And I thought my mother didn't know even like how to handle economically to feed like 4 children and all of that. So I felt like I don't want to feel like poor little thing, mm-hmm. and mentally, economically, or anything like that. I want to be like achiever, and I wanted to feel like exactly what is my best friend, have everything from I would say like a good home and parent and economically and good schooling and education. And I thought this is like, I have to achieve like that, or mm-hmm. maybe even more.
Yeah.
So young age of like 8 years old, I decided like my friend have to be like from good homes, educated parents. I would like to be friend with them. Like this is like this is like the vision I see myself in the future when I grown up. And I don't feel pity about myself. So I did everything of that to be like melt with this society and have like the parent kind of like image will inhale it. Mm-hmm. So I can feel like the role model, and that's going to be for me even more. But how to do that is not enough. Like to think about it, you need an action. 8 years old, I was like starting on my own. It's like teaching kids math and reading, and then babysitting here and there. So I bought like really my pair of shoes, like 8 years old on my own money. Since mm-hmm. then, nobody like handed me anything in my life, mm-hmm. It's like, and then when I saw like how this is to be independent and to be like there, and to have in my mind is the sky's the limit, mm-hmm. like everything I can achieve. And that's how that started, like really age of 8 years old. Mm. And, it's like, and my mind was also is nothing going to intimidate me. Mm-hmm. Nothing is like, the word is no is not exist in my vocabulary and my dictionary.
Yeah.
And that's how it is, by the way, my kids. I never tell them like, don't touch this or don't do that or don't do this or you cannot do that. Yeah. So that's from my childhood. I inherited. Basically, I raised myself. Mm-hmm. My mom didn't know how to deal with all the 4 children and be like amazing like provider. She did whatever she can, but it was not enough for me. My goal was in life was so much bigger than that. Mm-hmm. So that's how I started the seed start of 8 years old, and I continue on in my life, like start from there in elementary school and be achiever, like a student, and like achieve my best friend. You work like in good homes and good education. Even for me, was like a little bit like funny to find out now. I want to have like people even physically good. So I want to kind of like wrap myself with like everything to be A-list versus like be behind.
Mm-hmm.
And that I think is give me the strength to believe in it
Mm-hmm.
and continue on in life.
Mm-hmm. Do you think, like you talked about wanting to have everything like the highest level that you can possibly make it? How did you do that? And how did you figure out, okay, I want to make this the best it can be. I want to make this the best it can be. How did you figure out how to get that to be the best that it can be?
So at a young age, like I decide I want to be like entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
And money is not going to be any issue in my life, like it was for my mom when I was little. And I know is to be success is of every aspect of the real estate I did or the education I have, like master degree in chemist. So it's like so many elements that was in my head, and even like I paint, like I'm not in a way I call myself like kind of like not artist, but you can see it here maybe like some of them I can show you later a little bit, like my painting and everything. So I wanted to try life and try success and
Mm-hmm.
make it success.
Mm-hmm.
And not just try and execute it. So at an early age, I put myself in high school and I paid for my high school. It was a private high school from babysitting and like, all kind of like, teaching and all kind of odd job and like summer school, summer at the time. And I decided like, wow, I'm making money, so I can like afford to buy more stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I love like at the time like to go to like semi to study a chemist, and decide like I don't want to be like alternative. I want to be something which is more entrepreneuring, and something which is I love so much is more alternative healing.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to go that. And then I love real estate at the same time. So I thought like, why I cannot do that in the same time? Like to buy like, and from small money, like I start like buying something and sell it, and then multiple, real estate and triple real estate and more and more and more, just like this building, like commercial one. So this is what's for me like a hobby. And then again, with like my, like when I learned to be chemist and I decided like, well, I'm going to help people by come with some kind of formulation, but what about if I help people to see how the skin's going to work? So I always thought out of the box how to make like from a small thing, like they have a zillion esthetician in the country or chemists, but they still work in pharmaceutical, which is, I have so much respect for them. And they still have like work for like any kind of their own shop, or they work for like a spa or anything like that. I always see myself, I have to break the box and be out of it. And be like, really the sky's the limit. If somebody like love hat and you start like sewing hat, what about like, start like, if you love it, buy material and start like maybe manufacturing a small scale. And then you can go from there. I always see like the spectrum of like larger and bigger versus like to feel comfortable and secure, whatever I have right now. I thought whatever I have now, I'm thinking already for the next 5 steps, future wise versus like I'm happy what I have now.
Yeah, totally. That's amazing. What made you get into skincare, into having your own skincare business?
Really, it's a pretty, I would say, like a, in certain age of my life, like I thought after I became formulated products to see a young age how to help people from like my majority in the very beginning was acne and rosacea, psoriasis, all kind of like spectrum of like skin issues. Particular in the very beginning, I was like drawn for teenager, people, which is like they start like their life and they have like they lose confidence because your face, I call it like a business card. Your face, like people look at you right away. Take the confidence and the self-esteem from the teenager, young people. And then, of course, I went to adult, which is they have the same issues, like, adult acne or rosacea, psoriasis, dermatitis, and, more on the medical side. So when I started like in this stage, and I felt like, how can I can take care of them? So I started thinking out of the box, what is exist in the market today and it doesn't work? I have to like start like something it's not exist. And I start to research, for example, like, it's like the omega oil, the oil for face. I'm the first one in the world came with like oil, which is basically healing the skin versus like thought oil would be like clogging the pores, make acne and so forth. So when I thought like, how can I contribute it? I start like playing with the product, skin products. And I thought like, I have to go and learn how to apply it on people to see if it's working. So in early age, like in the 30s, very, very early, like 30 or late 20, I decided to be like to go medical esthetician and have license just for the experience to see if whatever I come an idea, if this is really gonna be like exercise it and it's gonna be result oriented. So when I got my license, I started like working and give sample for people, like a free product to see if it's work. When I find that it's work, I said, oh, wow, this is like gonna be the dream. They have line, it's really working with like, maybe green line. So to the very beginning, because people like thought, I thought like, whoever want to go to, even to up to date today, Solomon, people going to a doctor, a lot of doctor, it's like when they have like acne, rosacea, psoriasis, all of these skin issues, still going to the doctor when they doesn't know holistic approach, it can heal them. Just like your father preached how to heal your internal, your body, your vehicle.
Yeah.
And that's like without like going to so much, like bump in the road, and they have go to the doctor and every medication, take care of the symptom, but they have a lot of like outcome, like 5 or 6 outcome from it and health-wise from this medication. So I thought the same thing like your father preached about body. I thought like, how can I do like healing people with alternative, with completely green? I think like I'm the first one came with the green products in the world, honestly, with no fragrance, no stabilizer, no dye, no color into it. And then when I saw start working, and I thought, wow, I kind of like basically like how discover the gold the first time.
Yeah, you found the gold.
And that's what I thought, like, I'm gonna have to come with like line and have like people.
Okay.
So so how I got to that, so I thought like, this is gonna be like a new discovery, like a gold discovery, like a sky gold. So I start like doing like myself, like honestly in the KitchenAid, the mixer, and I start putting like ingredients, like I bought from the lab, all kind of like natural ingredients, and I start exercise it and do it at home and experiment and give like products out for free. And I start like also jar it myself, like fill it, and I put sticker, and I start selling them to my client. Take like with no time, like the news has came all over, and how is like my products is like the ultimate answer for people, and how my method also work. So we start opening a spa, like so many spa all over the country at the time, and my products became more professional, completely with the team and everything. And that's how my products start to be spread out all over the country, online, and even abroad, like in Europe. And so many at the time was like 400 stores at the time carry my products. Now we're going to relaunch it again to many, many of them back to it.
Wow, that's amazing. What advice do you have for people who want to start their own successful business?
So my advice for the young people to start a new business is have a vision. Don't have fear.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing should stop you. Believe in yourself. Work on it very strong. Don't be emotional. Try not to be emotional.
What do you mean by that?
Don't, it's like people have like when they start, they get like excited, like emotional a little bit
Mm-hmm.
and discouraged. No, you can nothing, and you have to plan in your head, nothing gonna stop you.
Mm-hmm.
And also is consistent. And even if you fail, everybody gonna fail here and there when the very beginning. Just don't look at your fail to discourage you. Just believe in yourself. Try to find out how to fix it again and move up, 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 up. Nothing should. Fear is not going to be in your dictionary.
Yeah.
And that's something you have to believe in it. Everything can be grown after like when you have like bump in the road.
Mm-hmm.
You pull yourself up again, move on, look up, look in the light, and don't be around negative people also. That's like, it's no way, because sometimes it's like jealousy or something like that. Don't listen. Listen to your inner mind, and then have around you like the positive people. They're very, very important.
Yeah.
And look up and
Yeah.
believe in yourself, and don't fear. Don't fear a failure. Failure sometimes can build you stronger.
Yeah.
That's what I believe.
I agree with you 100%. What would you say is your definition of success?
So everybody see it a different one. Some people, they will see definition of success like they have a great family and children, which is, I believe in it too. To me, success, you have to feel, yourself. To me, like, it's nothing going to stop me until the day I die. Like, I finish project, I go to another one. Sometimes I do 2 projects in one shot, and then on and on and on and on. Nothing going to stop me until the end of the day. So what I see like major success, everybody is a different vision to it. And but I would say, in general speaking, success is about like you make yourself happy. If it's a business, you're not limited yourself. If you're family, you surround your immediate family. If you can be a success of like doing like beside your business growing, if you're like, hobby, art, anything of this, success is really individual. I see myself success, move on nonstop. I have a great family behind myself, but at the same time, my family cannot put me and my vision, what I want for myself. So I want more and more and more. So success is everything. Put it in a scale.
Yeah.
What is success for who?
Yeah, I agree completely. And I think it is a different thing for each person, because we're all different people. We're all on our own path, and we're created for different reasons, right? We're supposed to serve different purposes.
Yeah, it's like success, like somebody can say, like, I'm like a millionaire now. I'm so happy. That's what I wanted. And that's it. Some person said, no, I want to make like another 5 company of high tech. I want, like I achieved $1 billion. I want to achieve another 10. Or some people who said, oh my God, my dream is like amazing. I got a house and I have like wonderful children and I can provide wonderful. And my kids got educated. It's all about like, what is your mean? And what is your vision, and what is like your attention in life, and what make you happy? I don't know, spiritual, financially, maybe both, physical. I think like combination of all.
Yeah, I agree.
To be like successful.
100%. So now we're going to be getting into questions from the listeners. I did a poll, or not a poll. I let some of the listeners put their questions in to ask you, because they wanted to ask you some questions. The first one is, what are some things we can do to have better skin?
So better skin, it's work from definitely from different perspective. I think one is if I, I would like to combine all together.
Okay.
Eat healthy, stay away from the sun, direct for long hour. Don't pick on your skin. So that's like the major thing. Pick the really good ingredients, which is work for you, like natural, like a green ingredient.
Yeah.
Because even if it doesn't work for you 100%, products and ingredients go to the bloodstream, can make you a little bit, can make you even lupus, can make you so much of like, on your health, can make you even like certain like struggling with like fatigue syndrome, can be also from ingredient from skincare. So I think like the best thing in my advice to you is start with like fitness, exercising, eat healthy, drink a lot of water, and take the wonderful, wonderful products and ingredients going to work for you. And then also, like I said, don't sleep with makeup at night. Don't pick on your skin. Stay away from direct sun for a long, long time. Stay away from a lot of alcohol. Definitely not a lot of coffee, not zero cigarettes. So that's like part of the health. I think you can achieve a lot of things and go to have advice from holistic people versus like doctor, because it's going to put you right away an Accutane or tetracycline, minocycline, all kind of like antibiotic, which is going to basically not contribute for your health. It's going to target certain part of your body health-wise. And I definitely don't recommend it. Go to more holistic, facialist, esthetician, but more of like experienced people.
Yeah, it's better to try a holistic method before you have to go to the extreme of more a traditional approach, for sure. The next question is, what is your favorite skin product you have?
What is what?
Your favorite skin product that you have in your company?
One of my favorite top one is the omega oil. It's because it's really good. The most nourishment oil in the world. They have like mine omega is not from fish, from flaxseed. It's vegan. So they have the omega 3, 6, and 9. Believe me or not, Solomon, it's killed bacteria, healing the skin, build up your immune system a lot stronger, get rid of rosacea, psoriasis. It's really one of the best products in the world to build up the immune system of your skin and strengthening your skin. Wonderful. So that's like and then also give you like hydration, nourishment, all of it. It's phenomenal. So maybe like one of my favorite one is, and that can be for all type of skin, from teenager with acne up to adult with dry skin, because it doesn't clog your pores. It's like healing your skin, healing property in it, the omega, and that's wonderful thing. So that's one of my favorite one.
Yeah, that's amazing. Are there any secret healthy skin hacks that people should know?
It's like, like I said to my client, change your pillowcase every single night. That's like really something. You don't need to be wealthy to do it. You can buy like pillowcase and should be not cotton, could be microfiber, or could be silk, whoever can afford them too. So because it doesn't accumulate a lot of dust and mold and everything else during the night. So we're sleeping, we have saliva, we have like romantic evenings sometimes. So a lot of like all of that is stick on a pillow, and that's build up bacteria. So we're sleeping, and the next day, the bacteria start to, develop there, manifesting, and it's go on our skin, again. So that definitely that tip I will recommend it to every person. And then also change pillowcase every single night, and also like 2 towel a day, 1 a.m. and 1 p.m. The towel should be cotton, definitely not microfiber, no, nothing like that. And after you wash your face in the morning, toss it to the hamper, take another one at night, and then basically toss it again to the hamper. Also, don't take only like tissue with a lot of alcohol. That's only the wrap. it's a lot of chemical in them and alcohol. It really doesn't help your skin. Maybe you can see some kind of residue of dirt or makeup on them, you know, for girls. But it basically is dehydrating your skin, and the fiber penetrates into the deep cells of your skin, which is super unhealthy. And also, don't sleep with makeup like for girls, like at night, because every night you sleep with makeup. Sometimes even if you're tired, wash your face, because can age a skin by 13 days every time we sleep with makeup.
Wow.
Also, block your pores and irritating the skin. And the next day is going to be like a manifesting breakout. Don't, like I said, don't squeeze your skin. Don't be like, you know, it's a very frustrating for teenager when they have like a cystic acne and they cannot handle that sometimes. So don't do that. I rather take like even roll with ice, like, you know, take the inflammation out and find out like, you know, products which is like heal your skin. Like my product, like for Super Clear, will be phenomenal for your skin. And then even Blemish Buster, if you start with like 2 things even, like so simple and so reasonable, very, very low prices, you can see like the light and the dark for your skin already, and then you can continue on. So that's like the tip I can definitely recommend for people. And then, you know, don't go to a steam sauna. The skin is like, if you have rosacea, it's gonna be more broken capillaries, more red, and more sensitive. Don't lay down in the sun and you think the sun gonna dry your acne. Definitely is not, because it dried for 2-3 days, and like a few days after, basically is like it became like spread out acne all over. So that's not recommended. And stick with healthy diet, like a gluten-free. Don't go for the dairy products. Don't go with like carbohydrate. And don't go with it's a lot of oil. And that definitely, can, you know, like we talk about, like virgin olive oil is amazing. Avocado oil is great, but stay away from like a lot of artificial and processed food. That's very, very bad. And definitely do the regimen every single night, half an hour before you go to sleep. I recommend probiotic. It's extremely important for your gut. Clean the gut, so it's going to help you with your skin. So probiotic, like natural, is like 100% recommend. Also this supplement to take. Zinc also to take. It's great for like antibacterial, antiviral, get rid of like any infection, zinc. And that 2 things is like very, very recommended for skin, also internally.
Wow. You have so much wisdom about all of this. How did you like figure out that holistic is this approach that can help us, and that our skin is affected like by our gut and by our insides? Like, how did you figure all that out?
So first of all, I grew with like at home. My mom used to do all of it like I will not say vegan, but very healthy, like more of like cook every day, a lot of like vegetable, a lot of fruit, you know, protein, not oily food. So I grew in an environment like that. And then when I grew up, you know, much older than that, I figure out is like anything like the doctor did, like my client who went to even to Accutane, have a relapse. They have so much like antibiotics, so much like a product, which is like harsh product, is like synthetic ingredient. They didn't work, you know, most of the time didn't work, make it worse in the skin. Not just they didn't clear acne or rosacea or psoriasis or dermatitis, make it even a lot worse, make it like more sensitive, more the skin became tender, you know, acne spread out, dermatitis spread out. So I thought like if they're going with all the doctor method and all the synthetic ingredients and medication internally, doesn't work. So it means this, you know, I should not believe in that. Particularly when I grew in healthy environment, you know. So for me is no looking on this side at all. It's not exist. I have to look with something I believe in it. Since I was a little girl, I see the old example of like the westernized method at the time and not the alternative. And I think that I'm one of the pioneer in the world came with like a products completely green and 30 years ago, and no stabilizer, no chemical in it. And the smell of like a smell, if it's the product will smell very pleasant, that's from extract from a plant. And that's what I thought, that this is must work. If this side didn't work so far, and I see so much failure from like the method of like the conventional. So my belief have to be, I have to choose the another one. And that's how I just start creating the green products and like guiding my client for like healthy diet, a good physical exercising. And that basically, I got the success through what I believe and what it's not like discover, it's like I knew it all the time. I just like implication on it and exercise it. And that what is like the result came from that.
That's really amazing. Another question from one of the listeners, they said, how do you step into something bold even when others think you may be crazy?
How did I step into something bold?
Yeah, when others think you may be crazy.
With other what?
How do you step into something bold even though like other people might think you're crazy for doing that?
Oh, wow. Okay. That first of all, my character, my personality. I'm like you can call it stubborn in a simple way, but I never give up. So when I saw like everything else and didn't work, I never give up. And also like bump in the road like anybody else. And like I saw certain thing it helped, but it didn't help like all the way. So I research more and I find like more stuff. For example, like when people used to come to me 27 years ago, which is like microdermabrasion care with salt and crystal and everything, glycolic acid, they used to sell like almost like professional strength, in a pharmacy. People came with me with lesion and open and bleeding and like oozing. I thought like, what shall I do with it? How can I heal this lesion? How can I heal like all of this cut? How can I heal like all open wounded infection? So at the time was like an antibiotic, like a cream, like today, Neosporin and something like that. But this is with the gel petroleum. And then I decide like, it's going to make your skin even more breakout. So when I research and I find out like the omega oil is something which they use it in 14th century in England, they have like the mad cow there, and then a lot of animal, the farmer like died out completely. So they discovered the omega, they start cleaning like the feces, from the floor, and they rub it on a little bit in a cow. They find that it's heal and kill all the bacteria. So that I kind of like thought, might this gonna work? I don't know, but I did it. I did it, and I said like I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm not gonna say like nothing. I didn't like think about it. It's fantasy. I said, wow, maybe it's something I really gonna discover now. And that's what happened. I start like closing a lesion of skin with not antibiotic, with like really the natural antibiotic that was omega. And I thought, wow, this is now start skin and healing now completely. Take even like a victim of a burn 2nd degree from sun. I completely heal it, the skin start peel up, they renew the skin. So I thought I gonna have to like, because I believe in it, because I said like, nothing is going to be no for me unless I experience it. And that's like because of my personality. And that's how I discover more and more things. And of course, everything is about anti-aging and everything is like theory. Like I see like a problem. How can I solve the issue? I think like one thing is came from your character, never give up. I think that's it. And then you throw yourself in a pool on an ocean, but you have like something rescue you next to you. If something fell, you can jump on it and move on. And 100%. I think that my character helped me out and my personality.
Yeah, I agree. Do you think that that like character aspect is something that you are born with, or do you think it's something that you can grow like a muscle?
Both,
Hmm.
really both.
Yeah.
You know, like I think you're born with that, but also you can depress it
Hmm.
with people
Yeah.
around you
You can waste it.
and like completely shrink it out.
Hmm.
Oh, you know, and then the whole value of you're born with certain kind of like DNA, you let it kind of like fear from the people around you,
Hmm.
and that's it's not going to help.
Yeah.
So, but also is if somebody didn't born with that, like I choose to develop it, and nothing going to fear me. So that I born with that the DNA, and I let it like flourish and grow it with
Yeah.
time. But also, if people didn't born with that, they should stay away from people around you, the no people.
Hmm.
You cannot do people.
Yeah.
You don't listen to that. It's not going to work, people. They're going to tell you it doesn't work. No,
Hmm.
it's too hard. It's too this complication. These are negative people.
Yeah.
For themselves, most of the time, either jealous or they're not successful.
Hmm.
Stick with people successful.
Hmm.
Stick with people positive. Stick with people that surround you. People make it big.
Yeah.
And you believe me, it's going to be contagious on your DNA, on your mind,
Hmm.
and your body and every element. And that you can develop it to very big. I don't
Yeah.
believe somebody cannot do that unless they really doesn't want to do it. If
Yeah.
somebody want to do it, didn't born with that, they can, the sky's the limit for them just as well.
Hmm.
It's no
Totally.
limitation.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard a quote one time and it said, "Show me your friends and I'll show you your future." And I think
I
that's really
agree.
true. Yeah.
Yes,
It's
yes,
because the
yes.
people you are around have an effect on your success. And the people who you choose to be around can either hinder or help that for sure. Yeah.
You know what? It's everything. If it didn't come from your family immediate, the mom or dad,
Hmm.
you have to stick with a friend like that. You
Yeah.
have to read a books, you know, for successful people. You
Hmm.
have to watch successful people on the top of the world. Maybe you're not going to be like Bill Gates or like Google, but the success could be so many types. Like nothing is going to limit it you. But look at these people and said, I can be like them.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
believe me, you're going to be step like zillion steps up just because you surround yourself with like light, energy, power, and they're going to stick on you.
Hmm.
And 100% your success is going to be there. You're going to be with them, climate like with them, or even above them one day.
Hmm. Yeah, I agree. The
You're getting
last,
the confidence by looking at other people. And you know what? Even the other people, the big ones, they're going to tell you we have to sometimes fake success to be successful.
hmm,
We didn't give up. We work hard. We fail. We stand up and we move on.
hmm,
Every successful company that will tell you they experience that and learn from them not to give up, and then read books of successful people. Look at us, and even social media, just look at a positive thing. Don't look people that, you know, going to get you down. But
hmm.
not every social media, it's, you know, some of them, they're fake. Look at the real thing
Yeah.
and know, like you're going to learn how to filter the wrong thing and
Mhm.
learn from the good thing, and going to stick by you, and you're going to believe in it, and you're going to grow from there.
Yeah, I agree completely. If you could go back and tell 18-year-old you one thing, what would you tell her?
I love this question. What am I going to tell myself if I was like reverse the time?
Yeah.
Mm, it's tough question
Yeah.
because it's, I don't know, because like nothing scared me
Hmm.
when I was young and now.
Hmm.
So I believe in myself then and now. And then I try to stick with positive people
Hmm.
then and now.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like really, it's a hard question. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's a very hard question. Is to dare more? I don't know. And now I'm still doing stuff. I'm still like developing equipment now,
Mhm.
for the public. So everybody can do their own clinic at home and be saving so much money. So I'm still in this my lifetime now. I'm working on that. I'm working on products. I do real estate. I do investment. So I don't know. I don't know. It's 18 years old, you
Yeah.
know, like then I said to myself, don't fear from nothing.
Yeah.
So I'm still believing it. I don't know. It's a very hard question.
Yeah, but it's honestly a good thing is because you're saying that like you have had these deep um like integrity like integrate things in your life that you like these are your core values and you've stuck with them consistently all the way from when you were 18 till now and you now like you still have those values in your life, and I think that's really amazing.
Yes, I always like decided to stay with positive people when I was 18.
Hmm.
And always I nothing is fear me. I don't know, traveling the world maybe like a little bit more. Like I don't know. Like I'm
Yeah.
traveling then, I'm traveling now. Like I don't know. It's really hard question.
Yeah, but yeah, that's great. Where can people find your products, find like your companies, all of that?
My product is basically, it's so easy to reach online.
Hmm.
The Sonya Dakar skinclinic.com. It's really at the most variety. We have people like online, they give consultation. We have people like verbally give consultation. And then it's spread out like in hotels and everything in Europe and some in New York.
Okay. Wow, that's
But the
amazing.
best easy way is online.
Yeah, so Sonya Dakar, what was it? Sonya Dakar.
SonyaDakar.com.
Awesome. Alrighty. Well, I will put that in the link. Thank you so much for being on the podcast. Is there any like last message you want to give to the listeners?
Yes, I want to have everybody, all the listener, believe in yourself, go for it, don't have fear. Even if something you think like worth a try it. And even if it's not going to work for you, but at least try, and you said it's not going to work for you. So I would say the sky's the limit, believe in yourself, don't give up, stay with good people and good energy,
Thank you.
motivation.
That's amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye,
you,
everyone.
Solomon. Talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye bye.